beautiful out here. Good morning, Melody. Give me a sound check, please. Hey, Donna. Hey, Candace. Hi, Lappy. Good morning. Yep, so some storm clouds over there. Hey, Debster. So I was on this beach yesterday, and it is literally half the size that it was yesterday. Hey, Murray. And if you can tell, I don't know if you can notice, the color of the water is very sandy. It's like a kind of a sand, muddy color, and then it goes green, and then it goes blue. Thank you, Murray. Thank you. Thank you, Melody. So it's very disheartening to come out and see the beach erosion that happens so quickly, like in an instant. And these waves, they don't look especially big or powerful, but yeah, Deb, Mother Nature cleans the ocean, and it's always different. Every single day you come out and the ocean looks different. The beach looks different. This happened yesterday, Lappy. It didn't look like this yesterday. You guys can look at how different it was from yesterday to today. See the lighthouse there, Hillsborough Lighthouse. Yes, it is also high tide. Good point, Deb. Good point. But it is definitely beach erosion, and the evidence is clear when you see that the beach is like a mountain where it takes some effort to get up to the beach. That's beach erosion. And also look at the water. Look at the color of it. Hi, Jackie. Good morning. Thank you for the reminder. You guys, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Daytona has been under terrible erosion. Daytona's been taking out houses. When I moved here to Fort Lauderdale, this is Lauderdale by the sea actually, but when I moved into this area 10 years ago, they were doing a lot of beach replenishment and just trucking in sand that came from Lake Okeechobee. And it took months and months. And in one day, and that water is chilly today. Wow, I've never ever been in the water this cold here in South Florida. Yeah, can you still drive in Daytona Beach on the beach? Hey, Chan. Hi, Katie. All right, now I'm going to turn the camera around, and I hope I don't trigger some of you, but if I do, you're just going to have to deal with it or go elsewhere. But that's right. I'm wearing my MAGA hat today. I'm wearing my MAGA hat in honor of the fact that President Trump and his amazing administration, the water just got me. Oh, it felt really good. Toes in the sand. Yeah, I love you, Deb. Yay! I'm glad to see my fellow patriots are on today because the tides are turning. And people are now starting to realize the extent to which they've been lied to by the previous administration, with an S, administrations, including Obama, Clinton's. We can even go all the way back to the Bushes. President Trump was the first actual person, in other words, not a politician, to realize that, well, I mean, maybe, who was that old billionaire who tried to run on a third party? Gosh, I forget his name. He came pretty close too, but President Trump knew that if he did third party, he'd never win. So he had to become a Republican. I've never been a Democrat, Murray, but thank you. I'm glad you're not a Democrat anymore. Ross Perot, that's it, Lappy. Thank you guys. Yeah. Ross Perot was the first kind of Donald Trump, but Donald Trump, he is the man. He is the player. And you're right, Ross Perot is a socialist. Another reason why he could never win. And whenever you split a party like that, where you have three parties, the incumbent always wins. So it's never fair. Brandon Johnson, hey Myers, is that the guy that was calling for the killing of Republicans? I don't remember. There are so many of them. Hey Katerina. Yeah. You're getting MAGA propaganda because we tell the truth. And maybe you don't like the truth, Katerina. I don't really know what your problem is, but you're about to find out that the party you've been backing has been lying to the American people for the past 50 years. As long as Joe Biden has been in office, that's how long your party has been corrupt. You know, I'm glad that people like Katerina can come on to this page and see the people who do support this country as actual patriots. We love this country, and we are done with the lies that are destroying it. Yeah, Myers, when is the National Guard going to stop Portland? I think they're doing it right now. Yes, the algorithm is working, Deb. Exactly. Everything's going to be okay, you guys. And fools like Katerina are soon learning that I've been telling you the truth the whole time. And here's the beauty of me as a journalist, that I have been an actual card-carrying journalist since I attended journalism school, Scripps School of Journalism, by the way, and graduated with honors in 1987. I'm the real deal. I'm not AI. I'm not fake. I'm not pretending to be a journalist. I'm not even a citizen journalist. I actually have written for mainstream newspapers for the majority of my career, including the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, which I was with for at least 15 years. Bear spray, not a bad idea. You know what else? Mosquitoes, not mosquito, wasp spray is also very good. Hey, artists. I don't know what you're talking about up solo. No idea. Anyway. I'm so excited to see the truth coming out. And yesterday, Pam Bondi, she put forth some truth bombs during the hearing that was held by Democrats who thought they were going to get her. They didn't get her at all. Thank you for loving my MAGA hat, Catherine. I love you too. So I'm going to read to you a couple of articles that have been published in the past day about what's going on. Yes, it's all on YouTube. Oh, okay. Well, I'll look it up as Solo. I'm sorry, I can't say your name. I don't know anything about that, so I cannot comment on it. Okay, so this is one of Pam Bondi's signature moments yesterday when she said to Dick Durbin, Senator Dick Durbin, "I wish you loved Chicago as much as you hate President Trump." That was amazing. And that is actually the headline in Politico of all outlets. The Attorney General slammed the top Democrat on the Senate Judiciary Committee for asking questions about National Guard deployment in his home state. And I'm reading this to you. This is from Politico. Attorney General Pam Bondi didn't wait for Senate Democrats to ask their own pointed questions before she went on the attack Tuesday while testifying before the Senate Judiciary Committee. "You voted to shut the government down," Bondi said in response to a question from Senator Dick Durbin of Illinois, the panel's top-ranking member, about the legal basis for sending National Guard troops into Chicago. Bondi described hundreds of homicides in Chicago and argued Trump's decision to send in the Guard was aimed at addressing violent crime that local police had not been able to contain. Not able or unwilling? She noted that her deputy Todd Blanche and FBI Director Kash Patel were en route to Chicago Tuesday morning. That would be yesterday. I think they're there now. Exactly, Fred. Is that right, Leandro? Well, then I'm the magic woman. I love it. Really, is that what it means? That's funny. Though Bondi's appearance was expected to generate intense sparring with Democrats, Durbin seemed surprised by the intensity of Bondi's posture in response to a relatively mild question, according to Politico, about the work of the department. "I wish you loved Chicago as much as you hate President Trump," Bondi said. "If you're not going to protect your citizens, President Trump will." Yeah, that's right. Isn't it amazing? Isn't it amazing? "I've been on this committee for more than 20 years. That's the kind of testimony you expect from this administration," Durbin said. A simple question as to whether or not they had legal rationale for deploying National Guard troops becomes grounds for personal attack. "I think it's a legitimate question. It's my responsibility." It's Durbin's responsibility. Really? To question whether the National Guard should be sent into Chicago, where murders are committed on a daily basis and no one blinks an eye. What is up with that? Senate Republicans confirmed more than 100 nominees to, oh wait, I'm sorry. That's the end of the story. That's funny. That's the end of the story for Politico. That's all she wrote. That's funny. Huh? I just find it so amusing. So then there's today. Let's talk about Hunter Biden. Now, no mainstream outlet is covering this story, but the Washington Times had this to say. Hey, Vanderlel. Yes, America is amazing, but let's wait till the corruption's out of it. Yeah, it's backwards MAGA because of the camera. Exactly. That's right, Dubster. You know, I'm going to take this moment to remind you of the rules on the Beach Report. You do need to be respectful. And if you can't be respectful, then somebody's going to have to take you out. And I've got several mods on here at all times looking for the disrespectful trolls. And we know that many of you are not even real people. Well, not you. I mean the trolls. I mean the bots. So we're getting rid of them. And no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about this. I'm talking about Hunter Biden. This is what the mainstream outlets are not reporting on. I know, because I looked it up today. Biden buried CIA memo about son Hunter's corruption. That's what's not in the news. Try to look it up and see if NBC News is going to tell you about this one. Hello, Greece. Yeah, no, it's okay, Cash. You were not being disrespectful. Nobody thinks you were. You're still here, so you're all right. And listen to Dubster. She knows. Mainstream news is all fear porn. And there is no world war starting, although I do believe we are embattled in a sort of a civil war, because the majority of Americans are on the side of the Trump administration. After all, did he not win the popular vote? Yes, he did. And most Americans can now see what has been happening to our country, especially for the past 4 years, where we have literally been under attack and invasion by foreign invaders. I'm just going to say it. That's what they were. They're invaders. And President Trump is getting rid of them. And that's what he's doing. And we can all see it and we love it because that's what we voted for. And that's why we're here. And that's why I have to do these shows with the MAGA hat on my head, so that you know where I stand. I love my country. If you think the tariffs are being paid by the American people, Raw One, then you've not been paying attention. The American people have been literally fleeced by foreigners and our own corrupt officials. We've been taken downtown Judy Brown in every single way possible. And then they call us criminals, right? I wear this hat and I'm deemed some kind of a criminal. Oh yeah, I'm tired of it. It's good versus evil, but it's in reverse, because these people seem to think that everybody good is actually evil and everybody evil is actually good. But in America now, we realize that this is wrong and we've stopped it. So that's why you see President Trump in charge and doing what we all want him to do. This is what's happening right now in front of your very eyes. So get used to it and cry harder if you don't like it, because this is what it is. All right, let's talk a little bit about Hunter Biden. This is the news they don't want you to know. This is from the Washington Times. A newly released CIA document revealed that Vice President, when he was Vice President, Joseph R. Biden, sought to suppress a 2016 intelligence report in which Ukrainian government officials mused about his family ties to corrupt business practices in Ukraine. Didn't they impeach President Trump over that, when it was really Biden who was the one who was doing the corruption, and they impeached President Trump? No. We are now going to find out all of the truth about that and so much more. The document was based on U.S. intelligence gathered in December of 2015. that revealed officials in the administration of Ukrainian President Petro Poroshenko accused the U.S. of a double standard on matters of corruption and political power because of the Biden family's ties to corruption. At the time, Mr. Biden's son Hunter was earning a $1 million annual salary serving on the board of Ukrainian gas company Burisma Holdings, which was under a fraud investigation. Do any of you remember this? Any of you lived? Do you remember any of this? Or were you just not reading the news that told you the truth? Yeah, Hunter owes more than millions to the IRS. Hunter owes the American people an apology. Hunter Biden, I'm reading this now, Hunter Biden's lucrative position on the Burisma board had garnered national media attention by 2015. It raised questions about conflicts of interest. Particularly because Mr. Biden had been named the Obama administration's point person in Ukraine. Cocaine in the Ukraine, cocaine in the Ukraine. The formerly top secret memo declassified by CIA Director John Ratcliffe and reviewed by the Washington Times was never distributed to the appropriate intelligence officials. I wonder why that was. According to a 2016 email from a high-ranking but unidentified intelligence liaison, Mr. Biden ordered it buried. I just spoke with the Vice President's National Security Advisor, and he would strongly prefer the report not be disseminated. Thanks for understanding, the liaison wrote to an unidentified CIA official in an email dated February 10th, 2016. The Vice President's National Security Advisor at that time was Colin Kahl, who went on to serve as an Undersecretary of Defense in the Biden administration. He's now a senior fellow at Stanford University. Mr. Kahl did not immediately respond to an inquiry from the Times. Mr. Biden did not immediately respond to an email to his office. Oh, big surprise. Mr. Biden sought to keep the Ukraine memo from distribution, even though the information would have met the dissemination threshold, according to a 2024 review of the intelligence reports processing system. Despite that determination, the Biden administration continued to keep the report hidden last year because it did not add to the intelligence picture in 2024, in part because Mr. Poroshenko was no longer in office. Oh, that's why. The previously classified memo was released after a years-long House Oversight and Government Reform Committee investigation into the Biden family's scheme to profit from Mr. Biden's powerful position as vice president and later as the Democratic presidential nominee. Most of the Biden family deals involve businesses in foreign countries. A report released last year by House Republicans presented evidence suggesting Mr. Biden frequently intervened to assist his family. Didn't he say he never did that? Especially in son Hunter Biden in securing lucrative business deals with Ukraine, Russia, China, and other nations dating back to his vice presidency. But what was that he always said? No, never, 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 even a little bit, never, never, never. Yeah, I'm not saying this, Salzberger. I'm reading this. This is an article from the Washington Post that came out today. So this isn't me saying this. This is actual news. You won't see it on mainstream, like CBS, NBC, even CNN, if you want to call that mainstream. None of it is there. This is why you want to tune into the Beach Report, because I'm telling you the news. because I am a journalist, a real journalist, not pretending to be one, an actual journalist. I've written thousands of articles during my career. And now I get paid by, well, basically, what am I making now from YouTube? About $190 a month. Can you live on $190 a month? Well, I somehow managed to do that. It's a good thing. Anyway, I'm not being paid off, in other words, by anybody to tell you anything that isn't true. I'm telling you what we all need to know. Because as a journalist, this is my job. As a person, as a human being, this is also my job. As somebody who loves the Lord and is a follower and believer in Jesus Christ, also, this is my job. And that is why I'm here. And this is about humanity. And this is about you guys. And you all who are stumping for the other side, don't you realize that you're just useful idiots? There are more of us than there are of you. And I can prove that because President Trump is in office. Why is he in office? Because we put him there. So listen up. Get with the program. Seriously. Well, Noah, I'm not ignoring anything. I'm showing you the things that the mainstream news is ignoring. Thank you, Fred. All right, Alsberger. I'm going to keep on reading. Yeah, I'm not poor. I'm not poor at all. I'm wealthy. I'm wealthy in a lot of things. I'm wealthy in health. I'm wealthy in my mind. I'm wealthy in the love I have of friends. And I can prove to you that I don't need a whole hell of a lot of money to get by in this world. It's because I'm a good person that I'm able to do that without living in the street. I have ways. And they're all legal. And they're all honorable. And I'm an honorable woman. So, here we go. Let's read some more news. According to bank records cited in the report, foreign business partners paid $18 million to the Biden family from 2014 to 2023. $18 million. Yeah. Are you okay with that? Are you okay with that, you people who think I'm crazy? Do you think that's good that the Biden family got $18 million from foreigners? Is that something a president would do? Really? It's unbelievable to me. I think that those who don't like President Trump right now, I think that you are clearly either paid or you're a bot. You're not a real person. Thank you, Josh. I think Donald Trump is the greatest president we've ever had. And I am so pleased and proud of the American people for bringing him back to where he belongs. Because we all realize what happened in the past 10 years, actually. And the people have been working hard against our country. That's why President Trump had to run for president in 2015 and become president in 2016. Because they wanted to put the wildebeest in. The wildebeest! I can't call her by her real name because I feel like she's not a real person. I think she's a beast. I'm sorry, but the way that she has behaved, looks, acts, everything about her makes me wonder. Oh, look, anti-Semites are on. That's wonderful. You'll never silence me. Many have tried. It won't work. But you guys can see these people that come on my page, right? The one that just came on and said, silence Jew? Really? Do I talk about being Jewish? Actually, I don't know if I really am Jewish anymore. I mean, I'm a Messianic Jew, so I say I'm Jewish. I guess I'm also Christian. It's kind of a hard identity when as a Jew you realize that you've been lied to your whole life, told that Jesus didn't mean anything in the world. And now I know that he is our Lord and Savior, so I'm a Christian. But I'm a Jewish Christian. I don't know how that works anymore. That's just me. Anyway, I'm going to keep reading before I have to Abandon this. The heat is unbearable. Anyway, all you trolls, you know you don't scare me at all. And you don't scare any of the other patriots on here either. We don't care what you have to say. And you will be kicked off for your inability to either be a human or understand the facts of what's going on in this world. All right, so we just found out that the Biden family has scammed $18 million from foreign countries, apparently, or our own, I'm not sure. Corrupt. It's very hard for me to read here in the bright sunshine, but let's see. Well, it's corruption. I mean, what else do I have to tell you about the Biden family? And if you think that President Trump is marching to war, then you haven't been paying attention to that one either. President Trump is stopping wars all over the world. President Trump is the most peaceful United States president we've ever had. And all of your fears are going to be unfounded when there is no big World War III that y'all want. It's not happening. There is a kind of a civil war happening in the United States as President Trump cleans out the illegal nasties who came into this country by the millions over the past 4 years, where the Biden administration just let them walk in. So that's who President Trump is getting rid of. Yes, millions of them will be tossed to the curb because that's what needs to happen. And more Americans than ever before approve of this wholeheartedly. Wholeheartedly. We all voted for it. We said kick them out. So he's kicking them out. If you don't like it, you don't like the way it looks, I'm sorry for you. Because I'm really happy about it. Those people came into our country and they have been wreaking havoc ever since. Anyway, President Trump is making America great again. I'm super happy about it. And I know that those of you who are patriots are happy too. So please like and subscribe to the Beach Report, where you will see the amazing beach pretty much every day. As long as it's possible for me to go to the beach, I will. We'll be coming on later today. I understand President Trump is going to make an announcement. As you all know, yesterday was October 7th. It is a day that lives in the minds of good people everywhere as one of the worst days in our lives. Finding out that there are still people in the world who are so murderous, disgusting, and corrupt, and hell-bent on killing like we can't even imagine. We can't even imagine that these people exist. And now they want to give them a state. I don't understand. Anyway, I'm hoping that the announcement we get today is that every last hostage has been returned. Because I can't believe they've been gone for 2 years. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. All right, you guys, I'm going to say ciao for now. Please like and support the Beach Report because I am your only real truth teller here with no skin in the game, not being paid by anyone to tell you anything. I look it up myself. I decide what we need to see as Americans who need to know the truth. And the truth is coming out every single day. I've been following this for years and years and years and years. I even moved to Switzerland for 10 years because of the corruption that I saw in this country. But I'm back, and I'm not going to run this time. I'm going to take care of business, along with my President Trump. All right, you guys, have a wonderful rest of your day. Let's all make America great again. Ciao for now.